We're live.
So, Playboy Playmate faces prison for body shaming a pensioner in the gym. Do you guys remember this story?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, I
here,
remember. First of all, let me just say this woman's body is like perfection if I remember it correctly. Like this woman is absolute perfection. She's incredible to behold. But it seemed like she was really shitty and making fun of someone in the gym, right? Shaming them or
yeah.
what were the specific
So if you go to the link, you can see it. But she posted, I don't know if it was a tweet or a Snapchat or whatever, but social media thing of her doing a selfie and this lady in the background, and it's in like the locker room. And the caption is, "If I can't unsee this, then you can't either." And she's like, got her hand over her mouth, like laughing at this woman who's not as fit as she is. But it's worth mentioning this woman that she's laughing at is like over 50. I don't know if she's over 60, but picture somewhere there. She's not going to look like a playmate anymore. Cut her some slack. She's literally a pensioner. But the reason she's in so much trouble isn't the body shaming, it's that she did it in a locker room. The challenge is if you let me just fix this. If you
it falls into revenge porn.
It fell under revenge porn, right? So you can take a picture in public of anyone, and you can even say mean things. But if you do it in a place where there's this expectation of privacy, now you have a problem. And there aren't many places where there's an expectation of privacy, but the locker room is one of them. You can literally see
You feel like some people in the locker
shower
room
stalls and stuff in this
you feel
photo.
like some people in the locker room are like aggressively confronting you with their nudity. They're like, "Hey, this is where it gets done. Yeah, we're in the locker room now. Look at it. Look at it." like old guys at like health clubs and stuff. I was at it was like a resort bed and breakfast, like a whole thing where you got a massage and they went to a sauna and there's like benches in there and like I've got a towel on and these dudes are just walking around just hanging dong everywhere and they're not in great shape and they don't have particularly big dongs, but they're just it's almost offensive the way they do it. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm offended. I mean they're doing it in an aggressive, offensive way. They're like, look at my dick.
I would say not particularly big dongs are the
like
least offensive. I don't want to see your tiny dong, and I certainly don't want to see your giant schlong. If they have mid-sized dongs, those are the people I would invite to walk
Gray
around.
pubic hair and low, big egg-sized balls.
I just don't like it when there's like I have no problem being naked in locker rooms and like walking around naked, but there's a difference between walking around naked in the locker room and just dilly-dallying. And a lot of those guys are just like, when I go into a locker room at a gym, I will shower and then I come back and I'm not in like one of those like weird hurries where it's like the guy like takes his towel off and then like shuffle it into his clothes. But like, you have places to go and things to do. And so you just start getting dressed and then you leave. It's only old guys who just dilly-dally and will spend 15 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot of time, but it is just like 15 minutes. Like they're in there naked, standing by a bench when you walk in to shower. And when you're all dressed and leaving, they're standing there naked, maybe like holding their socks, like they're contemplating getting dressed. But it's like, that's what I don't like is like why just stand around naked at this point? Like you're not going to shower. You put some fucking clothes on. Like if you're really attractive. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't have that experience.
That's
really
what I imagine here. Like I'm thinking that so the picture we're looking at has this woman all black barred out, but I wish I could see what she looked like. And that's probably going to be hard to do because this is like a criminal case now of some kind.
Yeah.
But
she was wearing something. I've seen it with.
I imagine like a one piece like black bikini that she's like really hanging out of everywhere. But
yeah.
Really
she should be pissed about that, though. Like, imagine how pissed, like, if someone took a picture of me naked in the locker room and then just put it out there and was like, you can't unsee this, ugly fuck. Like, I'd be like, oh, man, like, this is really hurtful. Like, my feelings are like...
I'd be like, look,
imagine
I spotted Sasquatch.
Yeah, like, it would be so just humiliating of like, wow, okay, so this person thinks I'm a big, fat, ugly slob, and now they are telling everyone that I'm a big, fat, ugly slob.
Yeah, and
I assume she's fat. You can't see anything behind this big black bar. So maybe it is that she's heavy or she's deformed. I have no idea.
Yeah, it seems like a real tasteless, mean-spirited thing for her to do.
And then she said, "I accidentally posted it. I meant to just send it to my friend." Like that doesn't make it really that much better,
No.
Like you're still a piece of shit. Like at the end of the
I'm
day.
okay with that. No.
You're still a piece of shit for doing that. Taking a picture of someone naked without their consent and just texting.
I don't think she's naked.
She might be naked.
Now, if she's naked, That's different if she's naked, because for some reason in my mind she's like not exposed. She's just unattractive and in a like swimwear of some kind. If she's naked, that's real bad.
I put a picture in there where she's like fuzzed out instead of black barred, and I can't see any hint of clothes and all that fuzziness.
Yeah, it's a lot of nude looking color.
Yeah. And then the lady who posted it is there holding her mouth with her Pokemon trainer gloves on.
She's laughing at her, and she's just real mean spirited. I don't think she needs to go to prison over it, but I'd love to see. I think
she won't go to prison over it. Maybe she'll like spend a little bit of time in jail.
I'd like to see some like hefty attorney's fees, maybe a good fine. Maybe the victim gets something out of this. You know, they like 50 grand transfers from the bad guy to the good guy. Prison seems extreme, but make her regret it and move on.
This chick, so the chick who took the picture is super hot. I just Googled Danny Mather's picture, hoping that like there would be this nude image so I could get a better idea of what's going on here.
This is someone who's never been told no to anything in their entire life.
Oh, why would you? Wow, she's
exactly.
So
like I feel like some like super sexy women don't have boundaries established for them because everyone lets them do whatever they want because they're sexy and you just want them around. And so they get into this habit like this of I can do whatever I want. I'm invulnerable. I've got people defending me every step of the way. I'm good looking. Everybody's on my side. And then they eventually flub it up with something like this.
So it was definitely Snapchat, which kind of reinforces her claim that she meant to send it to her friend rather than everyone. I'm looking at it. Is that a shower? I mean, even in this picture, it's hard to tell. I think she's got bottoms on, but no top. I don't think there's any. From what I'm looking at here, it doesn't look like there's any. Like they showed any nudity here.
Still though, if you're in a locker room, you just finished working out. You go in there and you see like a big, ugly, fat guy who just looks awful. Like you would never take a picture of that big, fat, ugly dude, or deformed or whatever, and text it to me and be like, ha ha ha. Like
she's got a bit of a
number one,
butterface.
I'd be like, don't send me pictures of ugly naked men. I don't appreciate it.
That is a bad angle for her. That picture you just sent. She that smile of hers looks extra wide. But man, I mean, that's the only picture I've seen where she doesn't look great. Like most of these other pictures, like when she's not, even when she's smiling wide, she looks good. Like
she has two. She looks like she's Steven Tyler's pretty daughter or something. Like she has.
That's Liv Tyler.
She's got too much mouth, and she's obviously beautiful, right? I feel like I'm pointing out Megan Fox's square thumbs or something like that. But in terms of like Playboy Playmates or whatever, you just want to poke holes in this woman. And there it is. She's not that pretty.
She's a face that you could go either way on. Because if like I saw that picture you just linked and you told me like this Playmate is over in Zimbabwe right now, helping children dig wells for clean water, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Maybe her mouth is a little wide, but that's a really beautiful woman inside and out. But now, because it's a different thing, it's like, oh, gross. Maybe
I like her wide mouth. I think it's hot. I think she's incredibly hot, and her body's like perfection. Yeah, it's a shame she's such a horrible person, clearly, because of that picture.
You can't have that body and a soul.
It does ruin you, doesn't it? Like I feel like if you're crazy good looking, then it's gonna fuck up something else about you. Your personality just won't fully develop or something, because too much of it comes too easily.
Yeah, I think it's why there aren't very many attractive comedians, because they haven't suffered enough to be able to always look at the funny side of things. They haven't had enough practice at that. Well, you know, I got abandoned here and she's fucking that other guy, but it's funny because of this and that. Like that never happened to them.
Yeah, but the attractive ones
like, well, I went again.